Hello, and welcome to the wastelands, where everyone's a little mad, and crazy comes in many tastes and flavors. Last time we played, we had the courtesy of beating not one, not two, but three dragons in the same area, on top of the fact that somehow my quest got bugged. Meaning that there's now a quest marker on my map that can't be removed. However, except that minor misfortune, I did finish un Prix du Lion. So that is finished, which means that today I'm going to send out my loyal advisors out on missions again, and then I need to enter a new region. So that's going to be exciting. Let's see where we end up. And most of all, let's see if we have the courtesy of fighting another dragon. Should probably get rid of this table. So without further ado, let's see where we end up. And it probably works better if I actually load up my game instead of looking at the title screen. And crazy is looking at the title screen thinking you pressed continue. Or looking at the title screen expecting something to happen when you gave it no input. Regardless, at least we should be happy that it is solved. And now we can move on to the next area. I'm not entirely sure where the next area is that we're going to, but I guess we'll see soon enough. Hi Luna. You know I'm working right now, right? You know I'm working. Are you here to bother my stream again, now that I'm working? No. Luna? No. Somehow you always know to come just as I begin, don't you? Silly kitty. No, Luna. No. So, Prix de Lyon. That is done. That is done. That is done. Don't know if I've went there, because I have gone to the Tunnel Mine, but I didn't think I've gone to the Frostback Basin. Oh, right. I do need to do that now. Luna, can you stop, girl? Luna, no. Girl, you know you can be on that side of the desk. You know you... This is your side. You can stay here wherever you want. I've already granted you more permission than you usually get. So can you just stay there, please? Be a good girl. You're not gonna listen to me, are you? Ah, silly goose. No, Luna. No. No. Oop. Luna. Ah, silly girl. No. I've spent here hours alone, not doing anything, where I could have been petting you non-stop. But now that I'm actually working, you come to bother me. Can you sleep, girl? Well, this stream is getting hijacked by my cat. Anyway. No, Luna, stop. Ah. Oh. One moment. Oh. And I'm going to have to be right back. Well, I'm not gonna go away. In the meantime, I'll talk with you guys, but there's a bug on the stream. Well, there's a bug in the game where my mods aren't loaded, so Dark doesn't quite look the way I want him to look, which is a serious issue for me. So I gotta need, stop EA. So I need to take a moment to reboot up the game. I don't think I started it up with a mod. Why did it not? That is... Okay. I think I just booted it up wrong. Still, I need to boot it up right. So, no, Luna. Stop, girl. Stop. Girl, I'm working. Not right now, obviously. But I'm going to be working, so just sit down. Get some rest. So let's try this again. Let's see if we now can have Dark looking the way he's supposed to look. Luna, stop. I know you want attention, girl, but I could have given you attention before. Right now, I'm kinda busy. So I do think I have judgment to do, apparently.
Visitor?
You know you're making this really complicated for me, right, Luna? No, stop. Luna. Yep. Luna. Yep.
At your order.
Wait. Who are you? Anyway.
I've been reading the letters found in the quarry. Samson is making red lyrium from people?
Not anymore. Not in that mine.
I knew Samson had fallen, but this... it's monstrous. We have to put an end to him. Look at these orders from the encampment. That armor must give Samson extraordinary power. We may not be able to stop him.
Then we break the armor first.
Take away his armor and the lyrium, and Samson's just another man.
I couldn't say how. Templars are trained not to destroy expensive magical equipment. Perhaps Dagna has some ideas. She crafts the impossible every day.
How can I help?
Nothing for now.
We'll talk later. Goodbye.
And Luna's finally getting comfortable. Good girl.
Dagna, what have you learned of Samson?
He should be dead. I mean, you could make a hat out of red lyrium and kill people, especially the wearer. Samson's armor is genius. To do all this and not go insane, he must be resistant. Or he is insane. Or both.
It must be killing him.
So in addition to killing others, it's slowly consuming him too.
Yes, but slow is not fast. It doesn't matter. I can find a way to hurt him. I just need time and red lyrium. For tests.
Is that wise?
Everything is safe if handled properly. And you don't touch it long, or breathe it. I mentioned the hat, right? No hat. Time and resources, Inquisitor. I'll get what you want. Now shoot, work to do.
Okay. So I'm going to make something. Real quick. Let me save it first. Dragon bone, dragon webbing, dragon scales, and a dragon tooth. Why not? You're still not gonna get me with metal pipe noises, Teets. No matter how much you try, you're not going to get me. You can dream. I'm not going to stop you. Okay, let me load. That is going to repulse me, not startle me. Dragon bone, dragon webbing, dragon scales. With hardwood. Okay. I'm going to call that Kasan De rest armor. Accept. Okay. Back. And let's put that on Cassandra, who has actually a pretty weak armor, all things considered. Cheese pipe.
Where'd the hammer?
I don't know, dudes. Like the mage armors that actually look like clothing look good, but a lot of the actual armors are a little overkill. I think it's the shoulder pauldrons. I don't know why, but shoulder pauldrons just never look good to me. Probably. Okay, now let me sell. Take your time. I hope you have machines available to you. Let's give Cassandra's armor, since it is probably a final armor, a better tint. Ooh. Let's give that lamb's wool. That's actually good. Oh. Snow floor skin. There's no better one. Give it one of those. Then, what about the helmet? Viridian. Nothing changes here. Oh. Give it that. Nothing changes. So there we go. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I got this song stuck in my head. We'll make use of the Grey Warden treaties however we can. We're so close to Corypheus, we'll need everything we can for that final push. Negotiate a deal for weapon plans. There. The Voldorma nobleman should no longer get in our way. Once my agent explained the situation to him, he was quite content to step away. The Enderfell blacksmith's weapon design of ours. Ambassador Montelier, I almost disregarded your warning and thanked the maker I did not. Just as you said, the Winter brigands ambushed me on the road to the capital. I lost 2 good men in the battle, but I would have lost more had we not been on guard. I am humbled to admit that I am in your debt. Should we need a favor in Cumberland, you have one. Sincerely, Count Octavian. I'm gonna get him on that one. No. All these are done. Done. My dear Inquisitor, there was no time for us to dance in the Winter Palace, but perhaps I might claim that dance you offered now. You may not be familiar with the Allemande. It is a prelude to every great movement in music and in the game. I would be happy to teach you the steps. To begin, the couples form 2 lines facing one another, south of the Imperial Highway between Vergiel and Montsemar in the Yeelen Basin. It is a beautiful place of walnut groves, hollyhocks, and fifth-rate meaderies that recently lost its lord to the Civil War. On the western edge of Yeelen, the hopeful young Comte de Poisson stands, lining up his little toy soldiers for a quick and quiet invasion. Surely you would not leave a poor boy without a dance partner. If the Inquisition defends lordless Yeelen Basin, it might perhaps be considered your property. Be mindful of the steps, my dear. Cordially, Marquis Montelion. Inquisitor, in light of the information you gave us regarding the truth of the events at Red's Crossing, we would like to offer a sign of mourning to the village. Since both sides played a part in this tragedy, honoring the village with one of our hala seems appropriate. If it could be kept there, it might remind both sides of the fragile beauty of things that journey to places where there are strangers. I understand that the villagers of Red Crossing do not trust the Dalish. Given our history, you can convince them. Okay. But that beats the point of the... I'm gonna do it like this. I don't know if I fully like this idea. Completely on resources. Emerald Grape resources. Well, I guess that's all for now. Whose amulet is that? Ooh. Nice. Okay. What's the downside?
Rise up against me. Faith sustains.
Ouch. Well, that really sucks. Sorry that happened.
Yes.
Anything to report?
What do the people make of us?
There's scarcely a noble house that hasn't openly pledged its support to us.
How are the guests?
Any visiting dignitaries I should watch out for?
None in particular. Our guests are well pleased with what they've seen.
Let me go double check on everyone. See if anyone has new dialogue options. Because
A request has been made of you, Inquisitor. Here it is.
Goodbye.
As you were.
Yes, Inquisitor.
Oh, I need to tag creatures again. Yep, okay, I've got them all.
What's on your mind?
That's enough.
I should go.
As you wish.
Today really is a day for Murphy, isn't it?
At your service, my lord.
Carry on.
I'll leave you to your work.
Let's go talk to Solus.
My friend.
Goodbye.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Let's go talk to Colin again.
Inquisitor,
Okay, that's
That's all
all.
for now.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.
I need to talk to Vivienne. I need to talk.
Inquisitor?
I do want to check with everyone, make sure that none of them have missions for me. Vivienne.
If you require any assistance.
Oh, Vivienne has something.
I expected ruins.
They were. As you see, the Inquisition has not been idle.
Would it be possible to meet the Herald before we return to Ghislaine?
My dear Laurent, for you, anything. Allow me to present Inquisitor Adar.
Your worship, you do us great honor.
Inquisitor, this is my dear Bastien's sister, Grand Cleric Marceline, and his son, Duke Laurent of the Council of Heralds.
Madame de Fer has told us what great trials you faced, trying to save my poor brother's life.
The Maker called my father to his side. It was valiant of you to champion him in his final hours.
I wish I'd done more.
If only I'd been able to save Bastien.
The Circle of Magi told Bastien many years ago that his illness was incurable. It was simply his time.
Would you mind waiting for me in the chapel, my dears? The Inquisitor and I have business to discuss.
It has been our very great pleasure, Herald.
So you've met the family now, and made a good impression in spite of yourself. Well done.
What are you after?
What is it you want, Vivienne?
Nothing, my dear. I already have what I wanted. Properly worded, the righteous cause of the Inquisition can be used to great effect with my Bastien's deeply pious relations. With Bastien's loss, I have connections to the Council of Heralds and the highest levels of the Chantry. All thanks to you.
You always get what you want.
You always get what you want, don't you? No matter who you have to step over.
Of course I do, Inquisitor. I play the game to win. Well, I can't keep Marceline and Laurent waiting. Thank you so much for your cooperation, Inquisitor. I could never have done this without your help.
Vivienne rubs me the wrong way in almost everything she does. This character just grates on my nerves.
You wanted to talk about?
Never mind.
Carry on.
Let's see, I think that was it for Vivienne. I hate that she has connections to the Chantry, because that might mean she has a chance at winning being the Grand Divine. And I don't like that.
Did you need something, darling?
Never mind. Need to talk to Cassandra, need to talk to Bull, to Sarah, regretfully. Cool.
Hey.
I should go.
Is there anything you need?
I'd like your
Do
advice.
you have any advice for me?
It seems that Corythia searches for elven artifacts. That's hardly surprising. Tevinter power is based on what those vultures scavenged from the ancient elves. Whatever advantage he hopes to gain, we need to stop him at once.
Alright.
That's enough for now.
I mean, that is
Another
exactly
time, then.
that is exactly what I'm doing, but like, that's not really good advice here. Nothing.
Nothing? You are wily, your worship. I've received word of your influence yet again, and the rewards. Take note of the effect in the stores. How you do it is beyond me.
Are we well supplied?
How's it going? Do we have what we need?
With Skyhold shining like a beacon? You name it, it's here or on the way. I've wrung out the slackers, given them what for. I think I like this job.
Good to see you like it.
We are here for you, Inquisitor.
Anyway, let's go to Iron Bull.
Let me know if you find me.
Wardens harm their own and fall.
Pleasure as always, boss. See you later, Bull. Nice talking with you, boss.
Also, Pete, I made a new armor for Cassandra and colored it.
I'm pleased to hear
Wanna
it.
see? Excuse me. If you're gonna throw up, please don't do it in the tavern.
Hey, it's you again.
Carry on.
I'll be back if I need you.
Go on.
Good day to you.
I'll wait until you're done with the ads.
It's just what I heard.
Oh, wait, cool.
A cold flame blazes in a robe worth more than children. Protect her, and she consumes you, burning because she can.
Talk about how you think.
Can you explain how your mind works?
Yes?
Oh,
I'll talk to you later.
I made a new armor for Cassandra and colored it, and I was curious if you wanted to see it.
Of course you handle this, Inquisitor.
Fine day to you.
It's not bad.
Your worship.
Anyway, time to choose a new area to go to, and I think I'm gonna start because all of these are finished. These are finished. These are finished. I need to do the Forbidden Oasis and the Western Approach. No, the Hissing Wastes and the Forbidden Oasis. Val Royeaux is mostly done. I've gotten through a lot, but still got a couple that I need to do. And I'm gonna start with this one, then this entire region is done. So I'm going to take Cassandra with me, I'm going to take Cole with me, and I'm going to take Solus with me. Because why not? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. I've heard someone sing this earlier, and now it's kinda stuck in my head. Well, that and Sweet Caroline. Whoa, oh, oh.
Good to see you again, Inquisitor. Allow me to introduce Professor Bram Kenrick. He's the reason we're out here.
A pleasure to meet you, Your Worship.
Professor Kenrick teaches at the University of Orlais.
I came on an exchange program from Starkhaven. While in Val Royeaux, I've found something incredible. After 800 years, we may be able to determine the final resting place of the last Inquisitor.
I studied Inquisitor on Meridan.
The texts say that Inquisitor Ameridan was a dragon hunter who vanished on his last expedition.
Yes, Precisely. I see you've read Lautrec's Precursors to the Chantry. Inquisitor Emeridon stepped down shortly before the Nevarran Accord brought the Seekers of Truth into the Chantry. He hunted demons, dragons, and dangerous apostates in a time before Templars even existed.
I'm all for history if it means tracking down the equipment of a famous demon hunter.
This is a good cause.
If the last Inquisitor has been missing for 800 years, it's only fitting that today's Inquisition helped find him.
Your scouts have gathered artifacts from the area. They may help us discover what Inquisitor Emeridon was doing.
I have news as well. We've encountered hostile Avar to the north. They call themselves the Jaws of Hakon. There's also an Avar hold to the east. Unlike the Jaws of Hakon, they've been friendly so far.
The Jaws of Hakon?
They're hostile Avar who attack any Inquisition agents or researchers who get close. We've sent soldiers for defense, but the Hakonites are cunning, merciless, and know the basin better than we do. I'm afraid our men will not be able to hold out long.
I thought we could catch up.
Safe travels.
Okay, not what I intended, but that happened.
Have you seen the plans for the new camps? Tree houses. It all sounds awful and precarious.
You don't like tree houses?
Don't you like the idea of tree houses?
It's a good idea, in theory. Up where the wild animals can't get us. But having solid ground so far below me with nothing but air in between us is just...
You're afraid of heights.
Who thought? Scout Harding afraid of heights.
Me? No. No. I'm not afraid. Who's afraid? No one's afraid. I love being up high. Lovely views, fresh air, birds flying at my head.
There's nothing wrong with being afraid.
I'm a little uncomfortable with heights. Don't tell anyone.
I thought we could catch up.
Anytime, Inquisitor.
Tell me about the basin.
How do you like the Frostback Basin?
It's lovely, isn't it? At least until you step in a pile of bogfisher poo. The stuff's vile. Makes great fuel for starting fires, though. If you can tolerate the smell. I might suggest that to the commander. It could be great for sieges.
You want to use animal crap as a weapon? That seems underhanded.
Who said war was fair? I'd only recommend its use as a last resort.
Yeah, I mean, it could work. What do you think of Kenrick?
Have you spoken to Kenrick much?
A bit. He's quite nice, isn't he? And clever. Really loves his books. I said hello one day while he had his nose buried in a giant tome. His shriek was a winner. I can't stop doing it now. It's too funny.
Your thoughts about our fight?
What are your thoughts about our progress against Corypheus?
We're getting close. It feels like we're on the right track, doesn't it? Everyone working together against our common goal. It feels good.
Thoughts on Avar?
What do you think about the Avar?
When I was a little girl, a lady in our village used to tell me Avar tales. Being able to see their lives up close. It's nothing like I thought. They're very tall, aren't they? I was considering a proposal for Commander Cullen. Avar allies with dwarven archers astride their shoulders. They'd be unstoppable.
That sounds silly. But that's it for
We'll
now.
continue this another time.
Goodbye then.
quite a lot of things to do. So let's first go talk with whoever it is we're supposed to talk with.
Kenrick was looking for this.
A baffled note. A note affixed to a book entitled Sir Lothaire Verney Durat's Victory and Dominion. Lady Harding, I could use the opinion of an expert. Though impressive, the victory outlined on the marked page could not have been achieved as stated. Bram Kenrick. Sure it could, if you had enough apples. Harding. A letter to Harding. My darling Lace, I hope this letter finds you healthy and happy. Last week I managed to barter for maps of Ferelden and Olay from Huggin, the old soldier who rents the place on Mistress Johan's farm. You remember him, don't you? Quiet man, always smoking a pipe in his chair on the porch. He wasn't using the maps anymore, so I gave him some of my jam and patched his coat in exchange for them. Now, whenever you tell me of your travels, I'll be able to track where you've been. I'm astounded, my darling, when I look at the weave of dotted trails I've already marked out on my maps. Oh, the places your feet have touched. How far you've gone, my little Lace. I am so proud of you. When I was your age, I'd only ever gone as far as Lotharing. My mother never left Redcliffe. She lived and died there, and now here you are, flying so far with so much purpose. My mind can barely comprehend it, but my heart swells. I shan't take up too much of your time. I know how busy you are. I'm looking at the frostbacks on the map as I write this, because I know you will likely be at your skyhold. Please make sure to dress warmly. I have included the recipe for your favorite turnip goat stew. A taste of home to stave off the cold mountain airs. Kisses and hugs from me and your father, Mother. What is being pinged? Oh. A neatly penned note. Professor Bram Kenrick, the requested supplies have been sent to your current location from the university, including additional inks, books on the Meriden, and 3 Divine Age buckles for purpose of comparison. And yes, upon your return you may say I told you so in regards to me saying your collection was useless. Everything should arrive shortly after you. Of course, roads still aren't what they were. Also, I fed that fish, but I'm not talking to it for you. Professor Cheval Laurent, University of Orlais. Oh. Whoops.
But if you mark the pages by bending the corners.
Another book. Property of Colette. Pages are neatly written. Painstakingly detailed notes fill a well-worn journal. The notes break midway through for the list. Expedition to Frostback Basin preparations. Reread Finding a Meriden. Complete. Review notes on appropriate excavation methods. Complete. Practice categorization of minute material artifacts. Complete. Read book on Frostback Basin. Complete. Practice camping. Complete. Note, bring a pillow. Reread An Anatomy of Various Terrible Beasts. Complete. Learn to fence. Cannot find willing instructor. Ask brothers for fencing defense lessons. Bad idea. Read book on survival and defense. Complete. Bring towels. Packed. A few idle swirls follow, along with a tiny sketch of an elf defending a stack of papers from various terrible beasts. The caption reads, Field work. Inquisitor Meriden. What is known about Inquisitor Meriden would barely fill a page. He was a friend of Emperor Dracon. He was Inquisitor when the Seekers of Truth folded themselves into the Chantry as part of the Navaran Accord, their orders serving as precursor to the Order of Templars and to Circle of Magi shortly after the Accord was signed between 122 and 124 Divine. Meriden left his position and departed, never to be seen again. These facts alone are undisputed. Everything else is uncorroborated hearsay, broad speculation, or salacious rumor-mongering. Meriden did not willingly cede power. Dracon forced the Seekers of Truth to disband upon pain of death. then removed the Inquisitor rather than suffer rebellion in the new Chantry ranks. Ameridan was forced to retire due to the still young Chantry's restrictions requiring celibacy, as he was involved in a relationship with a mysterious lady mage that the Chantry erased from history. Look, more history erasing. Ameridan was a rowdy noble who cared more for Raish's entertainment than for the Seekers. He held the position only because Drakon wanted a loyal friend commanding the order. And when the Seekers became part of the Chantry, Ameridan was free to retire to a life of hunting dragons and wenches. Any of these stories may be true, and without more evidence we have little hope of ever reaching a clear determination. Nonetheless, I would offer a few notes that are often overlooked as scholars delve so deeply into their own historical speculations as to lose context. Firstly, Emperor Drakon, rightly acknowledged as the man who molded the Chantry into the organization it is today, was a pious man committed to spreading the chant of light and creating a world where magic and men were governed by Ambrastian principles. All sources agree that Ameridan was a close friend of Drakon, and while it is certainly possible that Ameridan was more pragmatic than pious, it is highly unlikely that Drakon would have befriended a figure who was actively opposed to the Chantry, much less tolerated such a man holding a position of power in the growing Orlesian Empire. Secondly, Inquisitor Ameridan was universally acclaimed as a powerful combatant, regardless of his supposed fate or lack thereof. Rumor mongers suggesting Ameridan was exiled ask us to believe that Emperor Drakon could see no use for a powerful warrior with years of command experience. Given that the Second Blight had been a fact of Orlesian life for more than 15 years at the time of Ameridan's disappearance, with darkspawn pouring from the Underfells into the northern Orlais in growing numbers, it is frankly absurd to suggest Drakon would casually dispose of such a military asset. Without further evidence, we may never know more about Ameridan's departure. Nevertheless, I hope that we may eschew the currently popular cynicism, at least when obvious evidence against it is presented, to see that his disappearance must have had some other cause. Questions of accuracy. That moved against them was halted by the light from her most assured hands. It was then she took her own counsel, in ways best not set forth here, and led the party away. Did Ameridan's eyes seek hers among those assembled as he relayed the events which led them there? If she stood among us, I did not know her, yet his hand moved slightly at his side, as my own does when my wife is near and I seek wordless comfort in the touch of her fingers. We had all heard the whispers. Did he say her name in the telling? Would he have dared? Times were different, but have they changed so much? Except from the writings of Lord Besson, first put to page in 148 Divine. A letter follows. Kenrick, this is a precise copy. The preceding pages were lost or removed ages ago. Bescon makes no further reference to this woman, although Ameridan comes up several times later on. Bescon's writing, as they pertain to Inquisitor Ameridan, are not entirely unknown, although you're unlikely to find them among Chantry records. Their validity is largely dismissed. Some have questioned whether the so-called Light and Council reference magic or holy insight, and of course, Bescon wrote down his impressions many years after the fact. The author's own wife brought accuracy into question when she admitted her husband was recalling his youth in the Orlesian capital through nostalgia and age-distorted memory. I believe her admission is part of official Chantry record. Best of luck, M.
Scout Harding has an impressive team. Her people brought back a number of artifacts.
Harding is a good scout.
If you need something tracked, Scout Harding is your woman.
If only it were that easy. After 800 years, we can't just look for tracks. Barring enchantment, cloth and leather will have long since rotted away. Only metal and stone remain recognizable. Complicating this are recent pieces the Avar left behind, and of course ancient pieces dating back to Tevinter. Fortunately, thanks to some period-specific buckling, I've been able to track our last Inquisitor.
What is this about? What's this about Tevinter?
You You said there were pieces dating back to Tevinter?
Yes, while it's rare to see Tevinter ruins so far south, the Imperium once had an outpost of some sort here. They might have built it as a ritual site. I'm not sure what military value it could have. In any event, it's muddled up the research slightly, but I've accounted for it.
Period-specific buckling?
You lost me at buckling.
You'd think that a buckle was a buckle, but ever since people started belting on weapons, they've been adding bits. One piece here has a dragon engraving. With the alloys of the metals used, it's clearly Tevinter, while this one uses a clasp that wasn't invented until the dawn of the Elysian Empire. And when it comes to historical research, you might say we have to buckle down.
Okay, that is actually funny. Tell me what you found.
What do you have, Professor?
Everything so far points to the shore not far to the south. There was some sort of battle near the shoreline, and they were in a hurry. The scouts reported an island near an Avar fishing camp, but the Avar won't say much about it.
There was a battle?
What makes you think the last Inquisitor was fighting?
There's a clasp here common to armorlings. It's clearly torn. That only happens from a heavy shearing blow, like large claws or an axe. Then there's the dagger. Silver, with a stylized dragon pommel and an inscription reading Cordelis. That dagger had to be a gift from Cordelis Dracon, first Emperor of Orlais. No one would just lose such a thing.
Tell me of the fishing camp.
What can you tell me about the Avar fishing camp?
Not much. It's the friendly Avar, not these jaws of Hakon barbarians. According to the scouts, they wouldn't say much about the area. Likely a local superstition.
I'll investigate the island.
I'll find a way to that island and see if there's anything useful there.
Excellent. I'll continue to study what's been found. With luck, we'll both find some answers. Also, one of my research assistants, Colette, was investigating an old structure to the north. I'm not certain it's related to our investigation, but it couldn't hurt to check with her.
There's a couple of things to do here, but it's not an overly big map. At least that's what it looks like. Let me close that fade with first. Oh, that is the wrong button.
No, that refers to arena.
Many loud birds. Everite. If I do it here, I should be able to close both of those. Creative Shade, Despair Demon. Creative Shade, Despair Demon. So let me first take care of the Despair Demon. That's one down. Close the favorite. And now that she's injured, it's a good time to try something. Ooh, great axe. I should probably hold on to that. So I don't know what happened to her armor, but it actually looks dope with that black, with that shadowing on it. Anyway, let me first level everyone up. Oh, that's a good one to keep her up. Okay. Okay. So let me try something. Oh, that's a decent amount of healing. Soulless. There's something in everything. It was I have finished leveling him here. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Anyway. It's not really a big area, is it? Let's go here and then... Oh, Inquisitor forces. What are those? Oh, verticals and fate touches. Well, new enemy to check out. That's a strong one though.
Unlike other enemies, it often travels with the veil is thin. Many creatures avoid such places.
Loot. Oh, another great... I'm finding a lot of good loot here. This must be a high level area. Moonstone. Oh, and there's one of these here. Where could this be? How? It must be around here somewhere, because I don't think they would give me that flame to have me throw it all the way across the map. I might drop this for now. I'll look for it later. I'll just need to remember there's one of those here. So I just realized we could be cheeky and have placed it up here. So I need to go back down, grab, I guess that works. Grab one more and go back up. There's another one. Man, these things weren't here before. Because if they were, I would have already picked them up. What is that thing? Hardened biscuit skin. Hardened biscuit skin. And of course I lost it. Let me run back once more. So right now I shouldn't fight. I should just hold on to this flame and see if I can find whatever rune it's supposed to give me. Okay. Hey, Pete. O-D-O-D-D-O. What is... oh.
The Wardens wanted to help, but they hurt people instead. You would have sent them away, Cassandra.
I believe it may have been safer, but we cannot know for certain.
If the Inquisition stops helping, where would we go to keep people safe from us?
The Wardens fell. The Inquisition need not follow suit.
The Wardens thought the same. So did the Templars.
Then we must be vigilant.
Oh. Let me know when you're back, Deets, when you have a moment. Because I found something fun. Okay. So not that way. Oh, and down I go. Hey Vic, how are you doing? You know you joined right on time? I want to show you something, Vic. Tell me if you recognize it. Oh. Well, no worries. I was saying you joined right on time. I wanted to show you something to see if you would recognize it. Come on. Try a little harder. I know you know what this is. So, you don't know anyone who has a light on his chest and a rat face? And the light on his hand? It's Iron Man. It's an Iron Man reference. It is. Game had an Iron Man reference. I literally just found it, so... Well, let's see if I can actually get across here. I'm doing alright. How are you? How is Leak going? Ow. How is the grind? Have you gotten back to gold yet? Oh. Ah. I wonder if it's up there, although I doubt it. Alone or with friends? So with friends. Nice. What division did you get ranked in? I mean, I already know. Silver 4's not that bad. It's definitely easier to climb out of that than it is out of bronze. Oh wait, I forgot. It's no longer... I forgot about that. It's no longer 5 divisions, it's 4. Well, still, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you're gold soon. Me? Oh. No, no. And there I go. Meanwhile, I'm slowly getting towards the end of this game. According to... Yeah! I'm still having a blast playing it. According to Shady, I'm about 70% through the game. It's a pretty big game. There's a lot to do. It's very fun. If I don't make it this time, I might continue and just ask Shady for advice later, because I think, missing something. I'm not sure what. If there is even anything here, but I guess we'll see. You really should start from, Oh. God damn it. I just need to jump over that patch next time. Anyway, you really should play from the first one, because every single choice gets saved, and it really helps build your world in an interesting way. And hey, I don't know if you know, but the 4th one is being released soon. Well, I say soon. Might still be a while, but they're working on the 4th one. It's getting closer. What do you mean? I will say I haven't seen anything of it yet, so try to avoid spoilers. I haven't even seen the trailer. All I know is the name. What is that? Fail quartz? Ooh. Well, I found something interesting. But yeah, what's why aren't you sure about the game? Or why aren't you sure how you feel about it? Because of how long it took between the two? Because I heard it was like 10 years. I mean, yeah, I get what you mean, but they're not all like that. Baldur's Gate has been amazing. It's not super big, but it's still big. For somebody saying Deputy Inquisitor, you guys are not doing much damage to me.
These jaws of Hakon demanded your death. What do they have against us?
Perhaps the friendlier Avar in the village Harding mentioned can shed some light.
But yeah. How is work going for you, by the way? Because we haven't talked in a while, so...
To see how you and the Templars negate magic.
Have you never encountered Templars before?
Only at a distance. I am an apostate after all.
And they never caught up with you even once?
I am a very careful apostate.
Oh, what's wrong? If you don't mind me asking on stream. Well, before I continue, let me go back to Skyhold. Oh, right. You now work 3 times a week, 8 hours, if I remember correctly. Oh no. Be careful with your feet, Vic. I mean, I don't want to nag, but try and be as careful as you can. You've already had major issues with it.
Inquisitor?
All right. I mean, at this rate, it's always going to be something, isn't it? Learn more about dragons. Excerpt from Frederick of Surrold's report. We found a clutch of intact dragon eggs, which are currently incubating in Skyhold, for study purposes only, of course. How dangerous can baby dragons be? We found little else. From eyewitness reports, the adult dragons never ventured close to where red lyrium grows, even though they could easily have done so. I can only conclude that the creature instinctively understands that red lyrium poses a threat. Inquisitor, thank you for convincing the villagers of Red Crossing to acquiesce. I understand that they were reluctant, but perhaps this sign of shared mourning will lead to a new healing and growth. Please accept these gifts. May they aid your Inquisition in its quest. Keeper Harwin. Chromatic Greatsword. Nice. And didn't I have... No, I did not. Okay. That's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done, that's done.
Inquisitor.
Gonna send him there. Get a letter. Alright, good luck, have fun. With the right investment, nothing is beyond our reach. The Red Lyrium is very strange. How Samson's armor hasn't killed him, I don't know. I can find out, but it'll be time and money. Tools, tests, and some books I remember from a circle or two. They aren't stolen or burned, in which case I'll need to write them, and ink isn't cheap. Daniel. With the right investment, nothing is beyond our reach. Yep.
Let us begin.
Nothing else? Well, I've gotten a long way. I think most of my short... Well, there's a couple of more short missions that I'm about to do, but okay. Let's have a look. Cassandra. Those are big swords. No. Iron Bull. 363. Still better. I think he has the best right now. They're all big weapons, so none of the others can use them. Anyway, world map. Maybe so. Let's go check out what the other exit leads to. So I was taking with me for here Cassandra, Cole, and Solus. Oh, there's something right ahead of us. I see. And elf fruit, as per usual. More loot. That's one. That's two. That's three. And that's four. So, Deeds, are you back yet? I guess he's not back yet. That's one. Okay. Jumping puzzle. Jumping puzzle. Shortcut. Well, I'm kind of on the same path as before now, approximately. More Everite. More Everite. And one more over there. Ow. Healing up. Okay. So let's travel to the river and see if I can go downriver, where it will lead. Silverite. More silverite. And everite. Fruit. Alright. Okay. More poisonous spiders. Where are these spiders coming from? I didn't find them earlier. Slowly making my way down, so I might be able to get to either that camp. Yes, Teets, I am winning. And now that you're back, I need to show you something. Let me first get there. Also, that bird stands on nothing. Because I found something interesting. Now, when I showed it to Vic, he didn't recognize it. But I want to see if you recognize it. So, Teets. Yes, it is. Also, you may want to pause and unpause, because there might be some buffering delay on Twitch's end. I'll wait a moment till you're caught up, because you seem to be behind a little. Because I don't want to I don't want to ruin the surprise with a delay. No, actually, what I found has nothing to do with the game. Are you ready? Tell me, Teets. Does this look familiar to you? How's this? This should work. Does that look familiar to you? It's a skeleton, slumped down, with a metal cover, a circular light on his chest, and a circular light on his hand.
Now that they are allied with the Inquisition, the rebel mages are likely to enjoy more freedoms.
I expect you are correct.
I thought you would be pleased.
I will be pleased when the world we share is not threatened by a blight-corrupted madman. Regardless of who was responsible, the conflict between Templars and mages helped Corypheus rise to power. We cannot afford to let political infighting distract us from our duty.
Agreed. When it is done, I promise what you have done here will not be forgotten.
Thank you, Seeker. I think.
It's difficult to see, but trust me. Here's a little hint, Pete. It's an ironclad reference. So, do you know? I won't pause it so you can still look at it. Or as I mentioned to Vic, so here's another hint. This is how I explained it to Vic. Do you not know of any character with a red faceplate, a circular light on his chest, and a circular light on his hand? As a matter of fact, not the skeleton, but the character it's referencing has lights on both his hands. It's a really marvelous reference. Iron Man. It's an Iron Man reference. Iron Man in Dragon Age. And I found this without help. I found this by myself. I mean, fair. No, but it was mostly red. Was it? I thought it was more red than yellow. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I saw Iron Man. Anyway. Back to the river I go. I was, to be fair, I don't know if this already existed, because I don't know how old the movie is, but I'm thinking of Iron Man of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I don't think I've ever read the Iron Man comics. Then I don't know why, but I have it in verse in my head. I think I'm just misremembering. once we get through watching all the Marvel movies, I'll remember then what he looks like. It is in the, let me see, it is in the Frostback Basin. The basin floor, western side. The Easter egg is around here somewhere. Frostback Basin floor, I think, but that might be the area I'm in, so I don't know that specifically. The western side. So that's upstairs. The Tale of Hrignar, Ice Troll. Came the warriors of the winter, armor shining, shields of gold, stole the lands of Avar keeping, stone-carved walls to claim their hold. Hrignar Ice Troll wreaks his raging, lowland warriors weep and shake. Glacier strength did Hrignar conjure, stone to winter walls to break, lowlands flee their lands releasing. Is this going to be another one where we have to collect all the rhymes? But with that, I'm going to take a short break. I'll be back in 10-15 minutes. See you all in a moment. Hello, and welcome back. While it's a little off camera, the stream is being hijacked once again by Gato. Isn't that right, Luna? Hmm? I'd like to continue playing, Missy. That means I would need both my hands. I would like both my hands back, Missy. Let's see if it's going to work. So let's go back to the war table mission. I also have judgment to do, but I need my advisor back for that. Not just because I need my advisor, because I also know my advisor would love to see me judging people, so probably going to wait to do judgment until she's around. Apparently there are rewards available as well, so I might as well check those out.
Inquisitor?
So I'm thinking inquisition? Almost gotcha.
The worst part is I have a pillow specially prepared for her where she can lay on, but she doesn't want to lay on it. The pillow is in view of the camera, but instead she's right over here. You can just see her in the corner. So influence, Ruby, okay. To the leadership of the Inquisition. It comes as a great shock to me that an organization that claims to be defending us from the breach holds an interest in walnut farming. Perhaps you intend to throw unshelled nuts into the sky to repel demons. Truly, such matters are beyond my expertise. If you have a legitimate claim to Elin, I should like to hear it. Comte Marius de Poisson. My dear Inquisitor, you dance as beautifully as I remembered. Are you ready for a second movement? The Allemande is typically followed by a courante, in which the steps are much faster, almost running. The Comte de Poisson so enjoyed your last maneuver that he is now racing to petition the Council of Heralds for recognition of his claim to Elin. I was the first one he contacted, of course, because while the young man is prone to missteps, he is not a complete fool.
You seem to enjoy yourself at the Winter Palace, Liliana. Or was that part of the game?
Perhaps it was both.
Oh. He is very likely to reach out to Duke Cyril de Montfort or Duke Germain next. Cyril is the youngest and most persuadable of the council, and Germain is the oldest and most likely to support a claim of any old Religion nobility over the donation of land to a new and Drustian cause. You should make your own move. Allegrissimo. Since it is about
see what we have.
Dagna has forwarded what she has learned about Samson's strange armor. Her glee over her discovery is distant, but her information may prove invaluable. We should speak at her earliest convenience, Inquisitor. Okay. Don't think I have anything else right now prepared.
Out well. That's always lucky. I mean, nice.
I'll see you later, Dagna.
I can't wait.
Oh, I need to go talk to Colin. Not Dagna. They should have explained that a little more properly, to be completely honest. Let's go talk to Colin.
No red lyrium, no allies, and soon Samson will have no armor, I hope.
You hope?
Dagna's started work on her red lyrium samples, but she needs more details on the armor. We found orders in the mine. They mention Maddox, a name I did not expect to hear.
They also mentioned a vessel.
Samson's letter said something about taking over as the vessel.
Perhaps it's a rank among the Red Templars. It could be a title from ancient Tevinter. Or it's some other role Corypheus has planned for Samson, and Maddox is part of it.
Someone you know?
Another voice from your past?
In a way, this is complicated. Maddox was a mage in Kirkwall's circle. Samson smuggled letters between him and his sweetheart. Eventually, Samson was caught. That's why he was cast out of the Order. Maddox was made tranquil and became a skilled craftsman of magical items. Samson must have rescued him.
He was made tranquil for that?
I can't believe they made a man tranquil over a few love letters.
The official charge was corrupting the moral integrity of a Templar. Knight Commander Meredith wielded the brand for far lesser offenses, believe me.
Rescued him from what?
Why would Maddox need saving?
When the mages rebelled in Kirkwall, the worst battles took place at the gallows in the circle itself. I thought Maddox had died in the fighting, or was eking out a living on the streets. A hard fate for a tranquil in Kirkwall. Samson must have found him, taken him in.
Maddox could be a useful ally.
Having an inside man among Samson's forces would be invaluable, if we could convince him.
I couldn't say. I've lived around Tranquil most of my life, and I've never understood them. It seems Maddox built Samson's armor for him, and maintains it still. Tranquil in Kirkwall needed rare and expensive supplies for their enchantments. Supplies we can trace. I can have our men kick down some doors, Inquisitor. Samson's armor might lead us right to his stronghold. Inquisitor?
That is all.
That's all for now.
Should you require anything, I'll be here.
Alright, let's see if we can track down Samson. Maybe we should look for Delilah.
To work?
Then I can just go down the river to continue on the route I was going before. That is Colette, that is the island. So let's follow the river and see where that comes out. North Silverite. The Shallows. Let's set that as active. I mean, I could walk there? Find a way to get to the island. I'm heading straight for it. Guess we'll see if it's reachable. Isn't that the island? There's some rare fauna, or strange, not rare, strange fauna and flora in this place.
What is this? Are the fishes of Stonebearhole too rude to share a meal with friends?
Can the jaws of Hakon not catch their own fish? Or are those jaws only good for flapping?
Mind your tongue, Bogwalker. Stonebearhold may not always shelter you, and you will need shelter when the cold winds come.
Yet I feel only hot air.
When the jaws of Hakon rule, you will wish you had been generous. If your weak lady has not already picked your foolish bones clean. Death to the Lowlanders! Glory to Hakon!
You are the Lowlander they call Inquisitor. I am Arvid Robson. Well fought. The fish will feed on fool's heart wine this night. I know not what brings you here, but we have no quarrel, you and I.
How long have you been here?
How long have you lived in the basin?
Stonebearhold's been here a few generations. I was born further north, but we left before I could remember. It was a good life. Until the jaws of Hakon alive. They brought trouble with them. People are expecting a raid.
You don't agree?
They seem bigger fools than that, for all their boasting. I cannot say what they plan, but it bodes ill.
May I borrow a boat?
I find myself in need of a boat. I need to reach that island.
Ladies' Rest.
What?
That island belongs to the Lady of the Skies. The spirits want us to leave it be.
It's important I go there.
I don't wish to disturb your lady, but it's important.
If I give you the boat, and you anger the spirits and die, other Lowlanders may come for blood. That is trouble for my hold, and not my trouble to take. Go to Stonebearhole and speak with my Thane, Svara Sunhair. Get her blessing, and you may sail to Korth's rocky heart, if you wish.
Okay, so I gotta look for the leader. Okay, let me... Before I do anything else, let me complete the map.
That must be the island Professor Kenrick mentioned.
We need to find a way out.
The movie. More giants, it seems. I'm just trying to complete the map while I'm at it. Man, giant is tough. Oh, it's an ice giant. It's a different kind of giant altogether. Tale of Hrignar Icetroll. Stay unseen from Icetroll Hrignar. Place your strength in giant form. None but fools will fight their winter. Battle bound to icy storm. Dead to dreams as dwarves below us. Red to frost in winter's dead. Blades are blunted, battle broke. On hide worse chill can frost the breath. Hrignar Icetroll winter season. I'm curious why there's so many ships here. I mean, if I need a boat, I could technically just grab that one. It seems in one piece. Give me a moment. And back. Okay. Okay, so that one's done. So I think the best one is to go there first. So let me travel back there.
If you are to fight alongside us, Cole, I expect you to follow orders. The Inquisitor believes you wish to help, but I will not allow you to threaten innocents.
Yes. Help the hurt, save the small. If I become a demon, cut me down.
Do not doubt me. I will do it.
Good.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yes. I hope you are too.
Everite. Oh, there's another gate right there. Goes to spawn one of those. Man, Cole is taking a lot of damage. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, first and foremost, there's a camp up on that hill I need to make. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay, let me get that rift first, which is right behind us. I can even see it from here. Ah. Give me one moment, I will be right back. Apologies, I am back, so let us continue. God damn it. Man, I'm dealing a lot of damage. Just the way I like it. Anyway. Sorry for the apologies for the constant interruptions, but I am dealing with some severe case of radiation fever. In the wastelands, we are dealing with a souped-up version of hay fever, which stems from the radioactive storms. So we started calling them radiation fever. Okay, let's close the table. Ooh, more veil quartz. Nice. Let's go back to the camp and see what that room is about. Give me a moment. Well, I know who I'm going to raid after my stream. Silverite. Yep. Exactly. Where does this...
Be prepared. There's no telling what trouble will down here.
She wants a chantry, but it does other things instead.
She did not need a chantry. She needed to remember her faith.
But it also spent time with her. It wanted to fall, feeling.
They are always attracted to the world of the living.
Why did it only talk facing one way?
We all have a face we want to show, and a face we do not.
What are you two talking about?
It will make little sense unless one has spent more time in the Fade.
Over there. We must do something.
Still standing. That's...
But that is for after this stream. Right now I still got more of this area to explore. Can you not move around so much, please, miss?
Inquisitor. Still finding it difficult to breathe, but I'm not strewn across the landscape, so thank you. I'm Colette, Professor Kenrick's research assistant. I was hoping to conduct a survey over Tevinter Ruin in the hills. I may not have chosen the best route.
You study with Kenrick.
You're Kenrick's research assistant, so that makes you a student at the University of Orlais?
It does? Why?
I didn't mean to offend.
If I've said something wrong.
I'm sorry. That's usually asked with skepticism. The university accepts those worthy of admission, though elven students are few.
Do you like it?
How do you find it there?
It's not easy, but this is what I want. And I like working for Professor Kenrick. Elven research students, where publications concerned, their work's often deemed not substantial enough for formal credit. But Kenrick cares about people who want to learn. If our research finds an audience, I know my name will be included.
Oh, tell me about this room.
What were you hoping to find?
The Tevinter's time here was brief, but their architecture endured, offering shelter, forming landmarks. Ancient Avar would have encountered these structures, which certainly predate Inquisitor Emeridan. Evaluating the ruins could offer insight into the region's history, once I can get set up.
You're still going there?
I've read everything we have on Emeridan, and studied up on new excavation techniques. I won't waste this opportunity. If you've a map, I can show you my destination, if you'd be interested in the findings.
Good job.
Stay safe.
I will.
Bloodstained Shrine. We took steps to avoid the Harkonites and stayed out of their way for the most part. It would have gone uneventful had Price's inexperience not caused... Oh, darkish outlook. Not caused him to leave visible prints in the dirt. The jaws of Hakon used them to track us, and even Falker cannot throw them off the trail. Persistent bastards. We ended hiding among the moldy corpses and sun-bleached bones that littered the ground around the strange shrine. It was carved of stone and capped with what looked like a dragon skull. Thankfully, the Harkonites traced us to the shrine. When the Harkonites traced us to the shrine, the sight of it made them stop short. They whispered among themselves, and the leader seemed to make a small bow of obedience to the skull. Then they abandoned the chase. We still don't know what it was about that shrine that made the Harkonites balk. Perhaps we don't want to know. Okay. Trying to start heading east. And of course, I have another Gato issue. More passives. just stacking up on all the passives I can get my hands on. So that's how I get up from going down. So now I also know where to go down. Man, it's so easy to get into a fight I don't need to get into with all these creatures running around. Okay, so there's another skull here. Oh, I see. Let me take a look at that skull first and then I can go say hi to that of our village. One, two, three, four. No, let me go. Leather-bound Harkonite journal. Dane Horfson thinks he alone can work the words of lowlanders, as though the augurs had not learned the tale-drawing rune to study the old magic. He is blind, but the jaws of Harkon would not be here without him. A hold needs blind men with big blades sometime. In the old times, the first jaws of Hakon spoke with the Great Spirit himself. He opened their eyes that they might see the elfstone hidden across the world, and they entered the old cave and learned the mysteries of winter. Their working of cold let them slip through the ice wall that wards the lowlanders' fortress, and we must now do the same if we are to take it as our own. Hakon has been silent all our lives. He cannot speak to us in dreams or open our eyes, and we remain blind to the elfstones. The lowlanders, though, have found a new way to see them. The skull of dream slaying, set with the right magics, can bring the elfstone to our sight. We will regain the mystery of winter. Okay. Now, let's go see if we can actually enter that of our village. for the Navarre hold, whatever it's called.
What is that commotion?
Your climbers seem tired, thanks. Or hunting. Is your hold beast well?
We hunt as well as ever, Thane Harrison.
You would be safer under the shield of the jaws of Hackon.
Hask Fisherson has taken victory in sight of the Lady of the Skies. Pav, you owe 4 rounds to Hask, not 3.
Ha! Tear his tits.
Wind, lift your oaths to the Lady of the Skies, and hand the rams over come sunrise.
May your people be as strong as your hold beast.
We've heard of your arrival, Lowlanders. Come, share my fire where we might speak. Sir, I am Svara Sunhair, Thane of Stonebear Hold. You have guest welcome here. Few of our people have ever seen a Kunari. It is pleasing not to have to look down while we talk. You and your people have come far from the safety of the lowlands.
We are not attacking.
We have not come to cause trouble in your home, Thane. We have learned that the last Inquisitor may have died here hundreds of years ago. We seek his body.
Giving peace to the dead is a worthy quest. Any help we can offer is yours. Sadly, the Jaws of Hackon will not offer so warm a welcome. You have met their Thane, Gerd Harrison. I wager you have crossed blades with the Jaws of Hackon in the wilderness. If you would search this place for your Inquisitor's body, they will want you to pay in blood.
What was that climbing
When I
contest?
first entered your hold, there was a climbing contest of some sort. What was that?
The test of the lady. We use it to settle disputes when it is not clear who has the right of it. There are others. For the test of the Mountain Father, you battle with verse, while those who favor you hold you aloft. The test of Hackon is battle, with blunted weapons.
That seems reasonable.
It seems as fair a way as any to decide such matters.
In many cases, the law is clear. The tests are only for real disputes. As Thane, I may guide the gods in finding who is worthy. I decide which test will settle the dispute. I may also ask a warrior whose claim is foolish to climb with stones strapped to his back.
Tell me of Stonebear Hold.
I'd like to hear more about Stonebear Hold.
We are not the largest hold, but our warriors are strong, and our singers are pretty. Words are for boasting around the fireside. You should look yourself, if you will.
Tell me of the Jaws of Hackon.
I'd like to know more about the Jaws of Hackon.
They are not the first hold to take that name. All have been foolish. What would you know of them?
Why are they so hostile?
What do the Jaws of Hackon believe that makes them so angry?
A wise man honors each god to its strength. Bjorn Reedbeard for fishing, Rilla of the Fireside for making babies. The Hackonites care only for Hackon Winter's Breath, god of war and winter. There is no evil in Hackon. There are times to fight, but the Jaws of Hackon care for nothing else. They raid, they fight. Eventually they die and their stories are forgotten. It is the way of things.
Stonebear Hold couldn't hold a finger up to Stone Bone Hold, let alone a thick finger. Oh my god, dudes. Tell me of the recent group.
What can you tell me about the people now calling themselves the Jaws of Hakon?
They came here a few years ago, after the Blight took their hold. There was land enough for both, so we were friendly. We did not see their anger. Gerd Harrison lost too many in his hold to Darkspawn. He thought only of battle and war. To avenge a wrong is a good thing, but only a fool lights the world on fire to do it.
Tell me of the earlier
You said
group.
that there were earlier groups known as the Jaws of Hakon.
Yes, many ages ago. They thought of nothing but slaughter glory. They attacked the lowlanders. Your people fought back and destroyed them. They were fools.
I'll speak with you later.
Farewell. Inquisitor?
Why sun hair?
How did you get the name Sunhair?
I was born Svara Janus' daughter. For my legend mark, I once fought a battle with my hair on fire.
You lit your hair on fire?
An enemy archer lit my hair on fire. I was locked shield to shield with a foe, and I had no time to douse it. It scared my foes. My hair was braided long enough that I could spare it. It stank worse than goat shit, though.
I need a boat.
I was told I needed your permission to borrow a boat from the fisherman.
Ah, Rolfson. He worries like a scared baby goat. The boat is yours. Tell him I said so.
Will you fight the Hakonites?
The Hakonites are attacking my people. I would welcome any assistance you could offer.
Bathing my blade in the blood of the Hakonites would be cause for a feast for most in this hold. The Hakonites are fools, and they have forgotten the old ways. But we have pledged peace with them. To attack with lowlanders at our side would make us oathbreakers. This is poor weather for me to ask that of my hold.
Can I change your mind?
I understand your concern. Is there anything I could do to help?
Among the Avar, a hold draws strength from its hold beast. They are as kin to us. When our hold beast is strong and happy, there is joy. When it sickens and dies, it is an ill omen. Our bear, Storvacker, has not been seen in days. The hold fears for her. I cannot ask the hold to break peace oaths unless Storvacker returns.
Investigate. Are you looking for the bear?
Do you have members of the hold searching for Storvacker?
The hold is already fearful. A great hunt for our hold beast would show weakness to the Hakonites. If she were dead, the Augur would know. So the hunters watch for tracks. It is all we can do.
Hand them a hunt. Sure.
I'll speak with you later.
Ask those in the hold about Storvacker. They may know something they have not told me.
Scout Harding. Forward camp has been established in the Ferelden hinterlands, and suitable location for other outposts have been identified. Progress into the area proceeded ahead of projected schedule, thanks to local volunteer. Lol. Do you have to make everything cursed today? Is that the kind of mood you find yourself in? For further details, read on. Slighter was ambushed and overwhelmed by bandits and might have died if not for the timely intervention of Lace Harding, who rescued Slighter with 2 well-aimed stones from a sling. Her family Mabari ran off the remaining 3 bandits. Harding and Cortessa, the Mabari, escorted Slighter back to the forward camp, followed at a distance by a small herd of ambling sheep that belonged to a neighbor of the Harding family. Once there, she requested the map, which she proceeded to fill out with helpful details, most notably known bandit hideouts and ambush points. Map completed, Lace Harding took her sheep and returned home. We did not expect her to return the next morning, now outfitted with a small bow and leather jerkin, an absent 1 hound, and a herd of sheep. Maps are all right, but nothing beats a guide, she said. That was a week ago. She's still here. I took the liberty of offering her a position as a scout. Yours, Charter. Deeds. Storwakker. She is the whole beast of Stone Bear Hold. All other bears in the area are mere imitations. Storwakker. How do I even begin to explain Storwakker? Storwakker is flawless. She has 2 ancient elven trees for claw sharpening, and a silver honey dish. I hear that her claws are valued in Denerim at 10,000 sovereigns. I hear that she sells her shed fur to her Legion master weavers in Val Royale. Her favorite story is Hard in Hightown. One time she met Alistair Therin, fabled warrior of the 5th Blight, and he told her she was pretty. One time she clawed me in the face. It was amazing. Of course, Deeds. It's real. Your jokes are giving me pause. From Ruminations upon the Avar and Their Customs by Reginald de Gorge. What creature? What manner of creature am I missing? It has... Lurker. You want to hunt lurkers? Alright. And there's a few things you should know. First, they don't just live in caves. Some of the locals call them cave lurkers, but I've seen them in the wastelands. Well, new creature added to the wastelands. In the marshes. Really, anywhere you think creatures shouldn't be able to live? Why? Because they eat almost anything. And they eat rarely. When they're not hunting, they curl up in a sort of hibernation to conserve energy. If you can catch them in that state, consider yourself lucky. If not, you'll need to be on your toes. They're quiet when they want to be, you see, hence the lurk part of their name. They hunt in packs. They spit poison. In fact, I've lost more than one fellow because a group of lurkers descended upon him while he took a piss in the bushes. They surround him, paralyze him, and then tear him to pieces. All without the rest of the camp knowing a single thing was going on not 20 feet away. You say new creature, but we have the... that's fair. But I meant to the lore that is the wastelands. You know what I mean. Halvor often arrives around Wintersend, but given the recent weather, I hadn't looked for him, which is why his voice across the market took me by surprise. Lowlander, I was owed a drink on my next visit, and supper, unless you were getting out of your wager. Maybe I was trying to get out of the bet, but I happily paid the bill at the inn that night. I asked Halvor where he'd last traveled, and he said he'd been trading with an Avar hold in Frostback Basin. Then he raised an eyebrow at the look on my face, so I described the stories Uncle told us as children, where brave expeditions get lost in places like the western approach, Nahashin Marshes, Frostback Basin. He laughed and admitted it could be a cruel place. He described thick forests greater than any I've seen, I'm certain, and darkened swamps. His rule for traveling there seemed to boil down to be wary and alert, because everything can kill you. The wildlife is violent, the cliffs are steep, and you must be mindful of the gods' wishes, here meaning his Avar gods. Of course, the hunting's good, the trade's fair, and the Avar holds impressive. But do people really disappear in the forest, I ask? Few Lowlanders come through. Not sure how many leave after. The last was a joke. But I won't be visiting that place anytime soon. Tain Svara Sunher. This appears to be an unfinished letter. The handwriting is simple and the text has many phrases crossed out. Lowlanders, if you be brave enough to, or legions, if you be brave enough, merchants of Valais, to those who wish to trade with Stone Bear Hold, you should know me. I am Tain Svara Sunher. I am Tain Svara James Dutton, known as Sunhair. Though my blade has tasted battle tears, though I have fought many battles, I wish no conflict between us, but instead trade between our hold and yours. We have furs and leathers that put your lowland hides to shame, plus weapons that have tasted Hakon's winter. We have furs and leathers that will make your warriors look strong and your lovers look supple, plus weapons. We have excellent furs and leathers, and weapons like none seen in the lowlands. Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for all. Cheat us, and your blood will... Trade honestly and well, and there will be coin for all. Pains Farah Sunhair. This is a fool's task. What lowlanders would come this far for furs they have not seen? Ah, court. I just wrote that instead of saying it. This stupid lowland writing vexes the mind. The rest of the letter is a series of angry scratches and acts. And that guy is just sitting on rocks, I guess. Falandres. Sketches found in a meat shop. A series of drawings, simple but artfully rendered, indicates that the owner of this meat shop decided to spend the day mixing alchemical potions or more likely alcoholic drinks, and that people should take what they like and pay him later. On Avar cuisine. What is thrown into Avar cookpots? What isn't? Far from delicate creams and sauces of Valroyo or the rich pies and ripe cheeses beloved in Ferelden, the Avar must subsist on whatever their mountain valley provide. Nothing is too humble for their appetites. From the small succulent snails found on hillside boulders to fern fiddleheads harvested in the spring. This is not to say the Avar do not dine on more dangerous but far more filling fare. Hearts, rams, gurguts, and lurkers are all candidates for communal evening meals, taken around the fire. Lowlander spices, while not unknown, are great delicacies preserved for feasts. In fact, my parting gift to the Thane of Fennec Toothold was, at his request, 10 jars each of black peppercorns, powdered mustard, and Antivan cornseed. Avar cooking methods favor utility. Stews are common because they can be shimmered until nightfall with small fuzz. Holds by lakes and rivers will wrap fish in clay and pungent leaves and leave it to bake all day over banked coals. Most of our food preparation, however, centers around winter. From the spring thaw onwards, the hold is in an endless hive of activity as meat is smoked, vegetables are pickled, and fruits are dried and stacked in crude dirt cellars in preparation for the long dark. Despite this race against the seasons, the Avar freely leave out rich cuts of meat and piles of plump berries on wood and stone slabs around the village. They believe these offerings appropriate a strange collection of beings they refer to as gods inhabiting the forest. The wise traveler attempts not to judge, and I was treated with the care due a guest, but I never became accustomed to the sight of good food left out by such practical people. From the future journeys of Marquis Gloussard, with the emphasis on food and drink, with full illustrations by the author. Oh. Oh.
You're the one they speak about in the lowlands, aren't you? The Herald of Andraste. Many call me that. Helmsdim Rolfson. I trade our goods outside the hold. You'll not find better this side of the mountain.
You've been to the lowlands?
Have you traveled outside of Stone Bear Hold? Course Mountain Father provides. But press us, and we'll admit there's lowlander goods we can't craft ourselves. I sell our goods there. The old trader taught me how to read and write, and how to act in your cities.
Which cities have you visited?
Where does your trading take you? Denerim and Southreach in Ferelden, Leeds and Verchet in Orlais. When the passes are clear, I take our wares to Val Royal.
That's a bit far.
Surely you can get a fair price for your goods closer than Val Royal. Ah, well, that's truth, but have you seen it? My heart lies with the hold. But I'll die remembering the light on the gates of the sun.
Valrio is stunning.
One of the most beautiful cities in the world. Everyone thinks I'm mad when I speak of Orlais. They believe I make half of it up. As if I could dream up those fountains and palaces, and those frilly little cakes. Most in the hold call any city outside the mountains prideful, lowlander folly.
Goodbye.
Farewell. Time. See any wares you like?
Goodbye.
Farewell. Another time.
Saying blood will spill before the new moon.
Let the jaws of Hakon try something. They know whose ground this is.
Have you seen the animals the jaws of Hakon killed? Rat things. Frost.
You're good.
So he arrives. Don't throng. Behold, worthy ones, the man who blazes like fire and mends the air.
What is this?
Hello. It's safe. They mean no harm.
I am the Ogre of Stone Bear Hold. I greet you, as do our gods, the gods of our ancestors. There. It is done. Now come, be welcome, and hear news of the North.
I'd like to ask something.
Then ask.
You're a mage?
I assume augur is another word for mage.
I am a mage. Yet not all mages are augurs. I give counsel to other mages and the Thane. In turn, an augur takes counsel from the gods and shares it with the Hold. I make their will known to us, and ours to them.
You negotiate with them.
So you're an ambassador to the local spirits.
Some have wisdom, for those willing to listen.
They protect the hold. They help drive off spirits who've gone bad with rage or gloom. The gods live with us. Ignore their offerings, offer them nothing, and it weakens us all.
Why do you worship spirits?
I've heard enough to realize that when you say gods, you mean spirits. Why do you pray to them?
We offer to them. We don't pray like the lowlanders to a creator they think will weather all the ages.
Do you consider them divine?
Do you actually think they're divine beings? Something more than magic?
The spirits watched us even before we came from the north. They shaped themselves into our gods, and we grew to love them. Their secret gift is this, Inquisitor. They reflect us as water does the sky. They show us what we wish to be. That image gives us strength. For that, we thank the gods.
Okay.
I should be off.
Farewell. Be welcome.
I'm looking for Stoorwakker.
Do you know where your hold beast may have gone?
Stoorwakker? No. I've asked the gods, but I've seen no sign.
What was that? Those
Did you
spirits?
just introduce me to spirits?
The gods of the hold clamored to see you. I obeyed. For I'm their voice, their augur. And if I didn't show you off, they'd hound me for months.
You said I blaze like fire?
What did you mean when you said I blazed like a fire?
How do you think you appear to the gods of the Fade? To those beyond the veil, your hand burns like the watchman's bonfire.
Nothing I can do about
I
it.
haven't found a way to stop it.
You'd shun a favor from the gods. They tell me strange things. That you muddied time's waters where the cliffs are red, and returned again.
I should be off.
Farewell.
They are surprisingly up to date with recent events.
So long as their weapons stay.
Catch anything today? Nothing yet. Too many visitors stirring up the forest. The gods don't like it.
Okay, so that's where... This is where I met her.
Are welcome, so long as their weapons stay sheathed.
How are you, Cole? You feel better, now that you've dealt with the Templar?
I don't know. He hurt me. Hurt the real Cole. I'm angry at him. I can't let that go. I have to become more. Let it make me real.
You may well become fully human after all. I never thought to see it.
When did you see it before?
I did not say that I had.
No, you didn't. It's harder to hear sometimes. Sorry.
Good luck, Cole. You have taken a difficult road.
The naming of Stone Bear Hold. It starts with a man, Ivar Jarrickson. Driven from their hold by war and misfortune, their train dead, Ivar led what remained of his people through the mountains. The winter was harsh, the winds of Hakon echoed through the peaks. The beasts fled, and the hunters could find little game. Ivar's people grew weak. They feared themselves cursed. When the blizzard struck, they built a meager fire and huddled for warmth. When the blizzard lasted 3 days, they knew that they would die. On the third night, while Ivar stood watch, he caught sight of a great grey bear through the snow. Though the beast was distant, Ivar could feel its eyes upon him, and he knew he must follow. Alone he made his way through wind and snow. The great bear walked ahead of him, always distant, but never out of sight. At last the bear stopped. Ivar came to stand beside the bear and saw before him a sheltered place where his people might be saved. He reached out a hand to his guide, but instead of fur, he found grey stone. So Ivar knelt before the stone and gave thanks to Kor, for he knew the mountain father had taken the form of a bear to guide him here. Ivar returned to his people and led them to the sheltered place. Ivar Jerickson became Ivar Snowfavor, and the people swore to honor him as their new Thane. The hold was given the name Stone Bear in honor of Ivar's vision, and in this place we have grown strong.
Inquisitor, I'm honored by your visit. I'm Finn Coldenson. Forgive me if I don't stand to greet you properly.
You're injured.
How are you injured?
A storm blew up a few months back. It's the worst we've seen in a while. I was helping to secure the fishing boat. Einar nearly fell in. I caught him, but the current caught me. My leg got crushed against the rocks. It hasn't set properly.
You seem troubled.
You seem troubled. Is it your injury?
In part. Gida Meerdotten prepares my father's body for sky burial.
Hurt and harrowed, knotted and nameless. Can't be him, could never be him. But who am I?
How did... Yes. I knew it would be soon. I miss him.
I'll let you rest.
Lady keep you.
Inquisitor, you've need of a hunter, or you're just wandering. Now you lowlanders see many lords, but I'll tell you, there are none finer.
You're a hunter.
I assume you go hunting yourself.
Of course I do. Who says otherwise?
No one.
I lead our hunts, Inquisitor. My legs, one eye, can't see in the dark, and I bring more meat than anyone in the hold. God's piss, do I hunt?
I didn't mean to offend.
I apologize. I was just curious.
Suppose you can't help Lowlanders' manners.
I'm looking for Storvakker.
Do you have any idea where Storvakker has gone?
Our hold animal's a hungry one. She might be after the game in the valley to the west. As the weather's turning, I don't think she'd roam further.
Farewell.
Farewell.
Cool. No, he has better. Sandra? She also has better. Oh.
Be welcome, Inquisitor. Though I fear I've time for little more than a greeting. I must prepare these souls for their greater journey, particularly those who depart without the reverence due. Their way is often hardest.
What are the proper rites?
I'm not familiar with Avar funerals. May I ask ask what proper rites entail?
When the time comes, we are given sky burials. For most, the body is laid out and prayers given. When the birds come, they carry the soul to the Lady of the Skies. The body, unneeded, is gone.
You said for most.
For most?
Some souls, such as Calden's, are chosen to return. The augur reads the signs of birth. It is a rare honor. In order to return, an offering is made to Korth the Mountain Father and buried beneath the body. A piece of the soul thus remains, allowing the rest to return to this world and be reborn.
Is there a problem?
Will someone not be given proper rites?
Calden Enverson is one of the few whose soul may return. Bloodkin must make an offering to the Huntmaster, who prepares it. Or so it should be. Calden's son, Finn, has failed in this duty, but then there's you.
Me?
You're a guest of our hold. A gift from you cannot be refused. Even an offering for Calden. I cannot dictate the nature of a gift, but if my suggestion appeals to you, speak to the Huntmaster.
Calden's son is injured.
Calden's son is injured. It's not his fault he can't make the offering.
As disappointing as that may be, it is not my place to ignore the god's laws on a whim. I honor them in word and spirit, Inquisitor.
We offered an alternative.
You suggested a way around tradition by letting me make the offering.
The spirits have seen Finn fail. To undo it may be to undo their will. A gift from another does not bear this weight. Calden's soul could travel easily.
Alright.
I should be off.
Lady keep you.
Let's go talk to the Huntmaster. It's also slowly drawing near, so I'm not sure. I might call it up soon. It's a good point for it, before I venture out and do more around here. About Calden's offering.
I spoke to the woman preparing bodies for funeral. She said I might make an offering for Calden.
How would... as a gift? Sly woman. In that case, I'll accept an offering from the hand that gives it. Tradition says the offering's made to Korth. Only creatures who touch the god's realm will do. Our mark was someone last spotted. It'd be an unmatched gift, Lowlander. I still pity Calden's son, though, losing his father's name.
His name?
What do you mean?
Finn failed to complete the rites. That'll see him disowned when the burial's complete. He's fatherless whether you do this or not, Inquisitor. Seeing him done will give him some peace, I imagine.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
Farewell.
So, come to test yourself.
How so?
Our warriors want your measure, Inquisitor. Bring us an offering, we'll let you fight Hakon's trials. Stonebear Hold would know if the spirits favor you. So would I.
What's the trial?
What is this trial, exactly?
Battle against our best. Wit and muscle, and steel against steel. Not to death, just surrender. In case you're afraid.
Only of hurting someone.
I didn't want to take a life for just a trial.
Good, but don't hold back. The gods and I can tell.
Who are you?
Do you run this arena?
I do. Called Arkenfeldsen. I prepare warriors for the gods. Truly, I drill it into young heads that no one's born knowing how the axe swings or the arrow flies.
Gods?
What do you mean, prepare your warriors for the gods?
As we train, the gods see us become worthy.
Worthy of what?
A second strength when you most need it. A glimpse that spots a blade in your heart. Warriors must show their will for these gifts. The will for practice.
Interesting. You draw in spirits influenced by these ritual battles to aid you during real conflict.
Didn't I say as such?
Yes, but... Of course. My apologies.
I'm ready to fight.
Can we begin this trial of Hakon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakon and the dead.
This is Hakon's
Why
trial?
do you pray to Hakon when his fanatics cause you so much trouble?
Hakon Wintersbreath could be testing us through those fanatics. He could be a cruel god, Lowlander. He'll favor the victor and no other. Strength to strength. If the jaws of Hakon tried to raid us, we'll feed their scraps to the bears.
I'm ready to fight.
Can we begin this trial of Hakon?
We need an offering from you first. To honor Hakon and the dead.
Goodbye.
Farewell. Safe journeys.
Tale of Hringar. Istrol. Tremble at the Istrol Hringar. Guard your gaze against his wrath. That to dreams as dwarfs below, as fools in folly block his path. Weapons weeping, other warriors struck to seek their legend mark. Fed not fortune, but the lady, folly fallen in the dark. Dead to Hrignar's fury
Strange
freezing.
that the veil seems so thin here. A great many spirits must have gathered in this place.
They came close to listen and stayed.
But this is where I'll save it up. I think I've made quite a bit of progress. So, oh, Silver is also streaming, but let's go say hi to Kato, shall we? Or so, you know what, Teets? You get to choose. Silver or Kato? Who do you want to go raid? Kato is playing Persona and Silver is playing Destiny. Luna. Oh, no worries. So I was asking, I will let you choose who we raid today. Do we raid Kato or do we raid Silver? Kato is playing Persona. Silver is playing Destiny, I think. Alright, let's go raid Silver. Also, Luna, I'm trying to raid someone. Luna! No. Alright. Let me set up this raid. There we go. And with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening. Stay safe out there, Wastelanders. It's a dangerous world out there.